Hi guys, what are we going to do today? So today I'm going to show you how to take a little bit of decoupage paper and a little bit of clay and transform anything into something like a piece of art. So I'm going to use this decoupage paper and I'm just going to put it on the side of this crate. I kind of decided where I wanted it, kind of bent it a little. Okay, so I'm just going to use a decoupage medium using a liquid patina. But any Mod Podge or glue will work just fine. Even though it's bubbled in the middle, I try to sand it as soon as I can because that's what lifts. It grabs it and it wants to lift the paper. I'm just using a plastic bag and I'm rubbing the bubbles down, but when it dries, it will lay completely flat. So I'm going to use this bird paper, and what I did was I cut a couple birds out. These are the two I think I'm going to use for this project. I am going to decoupage these on here. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and we are going to start our letters. So the saying I'm going to put on there is, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. So I have all my letters here. Now instead of just doing one letter at a time, which would probably drive me crazy, I am just going to fill all of these with cornstarch real quick. So what I'm going to do is start with the word to. I'm going to take a little piece of clay and put it into my T. T-O. Now let's get to plant. So I need another T. And then the next one is I'm going to need another A. So I'm just going to continue on. G. A, R. So I'm just skipping over the letters that are already full and just continuing on. I'm at is, I. Get the W, and then I'll pop these out and see what else I need. When I've done this, most of the time they come out. Every once in a while, they're a little finicky and I need to redo them. And I'm just going to start at one end and let gravity do its thing, bend the mold, not the clay. I will need to redo this S. Some of them have little fine points. Out a little bit. So I'm just looking at my words up here and just seeing what I need. I'm filling in. So we are going to glue them down now. So I'm just going to line all these up, and I may have to move them around a little bit. Okay, so now that I've got it lined up, I'm just going to glue the pieces down. I'm going to leave them where they're at, and I'm just going to glue each one down as I go. So for this part, since the pieces are just so tiny, I'm just going to put my glue here, and I'm going to use a fine brush and do each letter at a time. And while I've done this, I mean, they're still damp, but they've crushed it over a little, so they're not going to move as much. And I'm just using an Aleene's tacky glue, and it dries clear, so I'm not too concerned. You can see on this pea, I kind of split it a little. It dried and it split, but since it's still damp, I just glued it, and you're never going to even know by the time it's dry. Let these set for just a tad bit, and then we're going to paint them. So now I'm going to put my clear wax on, and I always start with clear before I do dark, especially over paper. So my paint and my clay is completely dry before I do this, so I don't indent my letters when they're still a little bit soft. And I'm going to use my dark wax over that.
So I hope you thought this was easy. So whatever you have around, whether it's a wood tag, a crate, a box, just a piece of wood you have, just decoupage some paper on, add some fun words, and I just used my letter molds, but you can add anything to it, and it really makes it something fun. I hope you guys try this out, and thanks for watching.